But what if it's not actually MC? Huh? Who the hell is this? Hi, Yuri-senpai.
Hello,
Ri-san? Is everything alright?
Yes, everything's fine.
Was that just like a guttural utterance? A gutterance? It's just that you look, a little stressed.
Yes, it's just that, I just hurt myself a little bit in the knee. So it stings, a little.
Oh, did you go to the infirmary?
No, it wasn't that serious.
Are you sure? If it's still hurting, you should probably have someone look or take a look.
No, it's fine. I promise I'll go get it looked at if I don't feel better soon.
Alright. Take care, Yuri-senpai.
Phew. That was a close one. Oh, blood stains on the sleeve interiors are the worst. But one does what one has to. Okay, gotta get this gauzed up before someone else comes in. Yuri, are you in here? Yeah, I'm here. Oh, there you are. Is everything okay? I thought everything's fine. I'm going to guess that you came here because you vaguely sensed some negative feelings. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Negative feelings are going to happen to everyone. It's not always necessary to come make sure everything's alright. We have to be able to just get through things ourselves most of the time. I know, it's just hard not to worry. I don't want to get used to ignoring bad feelings I pick up through the game. If I do that, and then something bad happens that I could have stopped, I don't know, it's just something I've got to calibrate, I guess. I have to let the small stuff go and intervene only when things are really bad. Believe it or not, a lot of people get by without a partially omniscient friend to save them whenever something bad happens. We'll be fine, Monica, and we're not your responsibility. But, you know, I know, but we're still not your responsibility. And you don't need to worry about the worst-case scenario all the time. I know you're still dealing with some trauma, and it's still difficult not to overanalyze. Just calibrate a little more towards letting us deal with our own problems, okay? Alright, that makes sense. By the way, you don't have to be omniscient to know why you come to this area of the locker room. I have it under control.
I don't know, Yuri, those are an awful lot of cuts.
Like Natsuki has her smoking under control. I see. Being subtle about addiction didn't work with Natsuki, so now with me you're going to be direct, huh? I wish it were really that easy to quit. It would probably be easier for Natsuki to quit smoking than for me to quit this. It's... how can I explain it? It's like having an itch that doesn't go away. You can try to ignore it, but then something will brush up against it. Like your clothes or something. And then the itch gets a little stronger, more irritating. And eventually you just have to scratch it. And then when you do, it feels so great. It gets very difficult not to. I see. I'm not telling you have to stop or anything. I'm just reminding you that we worry about you hurting yourself. And that you should be careful. I understand. I'm glad you're looking out for me. It's not just me. I know. Now, if I could get a little privacy. I'm getting rather a lot of blood on my sleeve interior. I'll, leave you to it. Finally. And there, and now. There we go. Going to be annoying time cleaning this later.
And the reading will be pages 198 through 215. Okay, see you on Friday. Natsuki, can I see you for a moment?
Sure. The rest of the class shuffles out of the room.
Natsuki, I'm going to hand these tests back on Friday, but you didn't seem to do very well. Just based on what I'm seeing here, this is a D plus or C minus at best. And the last lab report we did, you got a C on. This isn't normal for you, Natsuki. Is everything alright?
Yes, ma'am. Everything's fine.
You're not a very good liar, Natsuki. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really. You wouldn't really believe me if I told you all of it.
There are two ways I can interpret that statement. One is that you have had some really unlikely or extraordinary experience that you think people would not believe. The other is that you've been abused or victimized in some way, and you don't think I'd believe you.
I did not think this person would have this many lines when I chose this voice for them.
It's the first one.
And I take it you don't want to talk to me about it.
No, I'm pretty sure you'd think I was crazy.
Well, I try to have a fairly open mind.
The thing is, it's actually really easy to show people that my weird experience is real. It's just one of those things that you shouldn't share with the world, you know?
Because you need to protect everyone else from it.
Oh, yeah, how do you know?
I can't think of any other reason why I wouldn't want to share it. And what it's worth, I believe you, whatever it is. Let me ask you this. Are you the only one who knows about it, or are there others?
There are others.
And do you know who they are? And are you able to talk to them?
Yes.
Well, I suppose you could be in a worse position.
Yeah. That's not really the whole story, though.
Is there any of it you can share?
God damn.
Well, because of my weird experience, I started feeling really alienated, I guess is the word.
Mrs. Ida nods very slowly.
Like nothing felt real.
Derealization.
Whatever you want to call it. But it was really weirding me out. I've been having a lot of trouble coping with the feeling.
Did you talk to the others about it?
A little. The thing is, there were other people who had it worse than me in this experience. In fact, of all of us, I probably had it the least bad. If that makes sense.
It does.
So I've talked about it with them a little bit. But I feel bad, like complaining about to them too much. Or using them like therapists.
I see. So what do you do instead?
Oh,
You do things you'd rather not talk about. And either some of them are causing you not to mind your studies, or they're helping you cope, or both. Am I correct?
well, they're helping me cope a little bit. It's nothing too bad, really. Just hanging out with people I normally wouldn't.
And smoking.
How did you know?
I just used to smoke myself. I recognize that smell from a mile away. And other people can always smell it, even when you think they can't. So you're probably safe, at least for a little while, except from people who have smoked, I'd say. But maybe more people know than you think.
See, because it makes sense. This is her smoker voice.
Aw, dang, am I in trouble for this?
No, you're not in trouble for this. Do you know why?
Natsuki shakes her head.
Because I really do believe you're about going through something extraordinary. So probably the last thing you need right now is more stress in your life. Just keep in mind that lung cancer is also not something you probably want. And take it from an ex-smoker. It's really easy to wish you had never started, even without the lung cancer.
Using your experiences to show that you're hip and with it to the kids?
Something like that. At least your snarkiness is still intact. Anyway, here's the deal. I'm not going to write you up or tell on you for smoking. So long as you don't do it in a way that disrupts my class, it's not my problem. But I want something in return from you.
What?
You come to me if you ever need help dealing with your stress. Another way it becomes my business is if it affects your grades, and it has. Now it's probably not the smoking doing that, but I want you to know that I'm safe to talk to, alright? About whatever you want. And I won't judge you or think you're crazy for it.
Please don't talk to this woman ever again.
But you don't have to if you don't want to. You just have to know that I'm an option if you need me. Deal?
The deal. Thanks, Miss Ida. I never really expected anyone to figure me out like that, or to empathize if they did.
Well, you're not the most subtle girl in the world, Natsuki. You're very forthright, or at least it's your nature to be that way. Don't let the world dictate to you what your nature is. Something I said?
No, just letting the world dictate what my nature is. Forget it.
Okay. Anyway, Natsuki, just try to remember who you are and don't lose track of important things like your grades, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, head on out and I'll see you on Friday.
Please, no, never again. No.
Okay, everyone. I think we're about ready to... Wait, where's MC?
I don't think he's coming today.
And why not?
Oh, I'm just pretty sure he has other plans.
Alright, fine. Be all secret. We'll get the tea from you one way or another. I guess we'll get started without him then. You know what this reminds me of? The old days of the literature club. Remember when it was just us four? Like, I miss it, but I also kind of don't. It was a lot quieter, usually. It was really easy to just read or think in that silence, like the Diogenes Club.
Okay, Yuri, slow down.
All in all, I think the new experiences have been worth a little less quiet. I have kind of a weird nostalgia for that time. If you go back far enough, that was before I knew what I know now. The last time I felt normal, I guess. But no more of that. It's poem time. So I had all you guys write a poem in the style of someone else from the literature club and send them to me. What I've done is written all the poems down myself here in my own handwriting, so the identity of the writer is concealed.
Clever.
And then we'll have our audience here try to guess who wrote what and who they were trying to imitate. And we'll see how well we all can fool our readers. Shall we get started?
Monica passes around the first poem. So wait, I'm trying to figure out who wrote the poem, not whose style they were trying to write it as. Is that correct? Oven. In the beginning, before creation, everything in the universe was mixed together in a single batch. And then, a great fire, radiating in ellipses of heat and water. Or matter. Forging everything in the universe into everything in the world. Put your hands near that fire. Warm your hands in your face on a cold night in the flames that create. Who was this poem supposed to imitate? I'm honestly really bad at this. I feel like that was someone imitating Yuri. And who was the actual author of the poem. I'm drawing a blank. I have no idea. I would feel like the language would be the tell that you want to look for here, but I don't feel like the language in that poem really lines up with anyone else. Besides maybe Monica? This is my guess.
The person whose style is being imitated here is Yuri!
I got half of it right.
The person who actually wrote the poem was Natsuki.
Oh, almost.
So you know who they were trying to copy, but you weren't able to get or see through the disguise. So for all the shit I give Yuri about her poems, writing like her is actually pretty hard. You do have to have a pretty good vocabulary, which I wasn't really able to copy that well. And you have to be able to represent some simple concept with some ridiculously abstract metaphor. The concept being represented isn't always a simple one, you know. I like how that's your complaint, but you have nothing to say about the ridiculously abstract metaphor description.
She's got you there, Yuri.
Yes, carry on. I was about done anyway. What did you think, Yuri? Well, as you said, the word choice doesn't exactly sound right to me. And it doesn't really unpack its main idea very much, so it's actually pretty short and to the point, like your poems usually are. But you really did well writing a poem open to many different interpretations. I have my suspicions about what your interpretation is, but I like how we can draw our own conclusions about what is meant. Sounds like you did pretty well, Natsuki. Let's pass around the next poem and see if Hallie can guess this time.
Okay. Where am I? Here I am. I'm made of code. GTGGGAAGCCTGTAC. I travel around upon a road. I see with eyes, I hear with ears, and when I'm sad, I cry with tears. Or am I here, still made of code? 01101001100100100. If this means anything in binary or whatever, I don't fucking know it. I travel around a poem trace. I see by reading, I take up space within a case that can be erased. Somewhere in between am I. The colors aren't real to fly by. Still so beautiful, but when I cry, thinking of my many fears, I cry with perfectly rendered tears. Okay.
Now then, whose style do you think this was supposed to be written in?
I feel like this was definitely supposed to be a Monica poem.
Oh, indeed, who actually wrote it?
Well, it wouldn't be Natsuki, right? She's already stricken from the list, basically. I kind of feel like Sayori wrote this one, but I don't know.
The clown member being imitated is me, and the true author, Yuri.
Oh, no, got it completely wrong.
Obviously, you know my style really well, but Yuri was able to fool you. I sort of gave it away with the subject matter, I thought. But I also tried to replicate the style, not just the content.
Was there any part of it that seemed especially hard to you? I always feel like one of the hardest things that Monica does that I can't is be really exact about what I say. Like, my poems always have a bunch of stuff in them that feels like filler. But all the words in Monica's poems seem perfectly placed.
Yes, that level of precision is very difficult for me as well. My poems tend to be more loose and atmospheric, and it takes a lot of words to build the kind of context that I like my poems to have. It was very difficult to try and wean myself off of that and write like Monica. I'm not entirely sure I succeeded. I thought you did a great job, Yuri. I know you were focused on the form, but the content really spoke to me. I thought it was very much me for what it's worth. Thank you, Monica. You're doing pretty well at guessing so far, Hallie, but let's see how this next poem treats you.
Whoops! Whoops! You fell down, skinned your knees. Slap a bandage on and shake it off. Ha, you fell again? You're so clumsy. You landed in the exact same spot, and now you tore the bandage too. No problem. Put a bandage on top of the bandage. Get up, take a deep breath, and keep walking. You just keep falling, again and again, bandage after bandage. Don't worry about why you're falling, just keep piling on more bandages, until the stack of them reaches to the sky, and you can't walk at all. I think this is supposed to sound like Sayori. And I think MC wrote it. We'll see.
This poem was supposed to be written in the voice of Natsuki.
Nope, got it wrong. Oh no.
The club member who did the imitating was Sayori.
Oh, my first complete miss.
Don't worry about messing this one up, Hallie. You're bound to do better on the next one.
Am I?
It's fun to write poems like Natsuki. I might do it more often. I try to make it really bouncy and light.
You did a pretty good job. I definitely guessed it was you who wrote it as soon as I saw it, because the tone kind of gives it away.
See, that's why I felt like it was supposed to be Sayori poem.
But it definitely has that sharp twist that I like my poems to have. I obviously already knew, but the actual content was very Sayori, while the form was very Natsuki. So I thought this one was the most clean blend of style and content. I really enjoyed the combination. I agree with Monica. This was a great success, Sayori. If you had asked me if this was written by Natsuki to be about something Sayori would write about, or was written by Sayori but using Natsuki's techniques, I would not have been able to tell the difference. Great job, Sayori. Alright, let's move on to the next poem.
High school nursery rhyme. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, look out the door. 5, 6, just for kicks. I remember it as lay down sticks. 7, 8, get confused and wait. 9, 10, lost again. 11, 12, question yourselves. 13, 14, just keep working. 15, 16, lots of caffeine. 17, 18, figure out dating. 19, 20, now I'm ready.
Whose style is this meant to be?
So, we've had one for Yuri and one for Monica. I thought the last one was Sayori. It was actually supposed to be Natsuki. Thing is, we don't have any real serious frame of reference for like what MC's poetry is supposed to be. It's just the poems he's written in the mod so far. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I'm not remembering the poems very well. They're kind of just a footnote for me in the scheme of things. But whatever, I'm guessing Sayori.
And who is the true author?
I'll make the same guess I did last time.
This poem, they were supposed to be imitating MC.
Oh, had it backwards.
And the actual author was me. Aw, tough break, Hallie. None right there. I would imagine that MC was fairly difficult to imitate. He was. He's only really been trying to develop a distinctive style for, what, a few months at a time? Yeah, and during that time he's been experimenting a lot. Sometimes he copies one of our styles, but sometimes he just goes in his own direction. Yes, I tried to copy that nascent style he's developing. I also tried to write about something he would write about. He seems to be interested in the subject of personal growth, especially growing from youth to maturity.
Yeah, he's really interested in that topic. Like his poem about him being frustrated by still being stuck in school. Or do you remember the one about him not remembering how having grass stains on your skin felt? Man, MC has written some really good ones now that I think about it. And about some really unique, cool stuff.
Geez, you're such a fangirl.
I just genuinely liked those poems is all.
Well, I'd say you did a pretty good job, Monica. I could definitely believe that this had been written by MC. Some of the rhythms or rhymes are a little forced, but that's something MC does. Yes. Alright, that's about it for poems. Wait, shouldn't there be one more poem? Not that we need to guess out who's involved. This would be the one written by MC, but in Sayori style. I didn't get a poem from MC, and he's not here today. Huh, so we actually already had it narrowed down in the last one. The only person who could have been imitated in that last one was just MC, and the only possible author was just Monica, yes. I'm really glad he was there as a decoy the entire time.